Yo, what up? My name is Philip Martin. I've closed over $1 million for my own businesses and my customers, and I have nothing to sell you. I'm out here in beautiful Austin, Texas, over on the river lake over there. It's going down. But over here, what we're talking about is how it's going down in the DMs. And what do I mean by that? Optics. Optics is what I mean by that. Our world is run by what's called optics. It's not really about the substance of anything anymore. Everything is just a bunch of hot air in this society. There's no meaning to anything. That's part of the degradation of the society that we're in that's continuing to happen and happen, which is not great. It's fine. It's not fine, but what are you going to do, right? So part of that is the optics of media, propaganda, social media, everything. And there's now more today ever than in the entire world than there ever was in the history of the world. There's more crap inside of people's heads than ever before. And this is why everybody's so much more divisive than ever. Everybody's so divisive because everybody's so egotistical and everybody's so unique and such a snowflake, right? But in reality, we're all humans and we're all quite similar. And it's only just up until really modern, recent, modern society that we live in this just absolute, just crazy maze of a world, right? It used to be, you had your tribe, there was like a tribe leader, and everybody knew everybody. And that's how there used to be accountability, is because everybody in that one little tribe was accountable to one another to not do messed up stuff to one another or any kind of weird stuff. Everybody was held accountable by just sheer, literally nature and the fact that you were just there with where were you going to go? If you walked out into the woods by yourself on your own, you're going to die. So that wasn't a very good idea. So what did you do? You learned how to socially interact with the other people around you and be pleasant. But no, not anymore. What do we do now? Everybody just goes, this is a giant trail. This is like a 5-10 mile trail. I walk out here every single day. There's tons of people everywhere. Think about this. Next time you go anywhere, no matter how many people you see, what number of them actually speak to you? Is it zero? Because I think it's basically zero. I'll give you an example. I go walk around this trail, like I just said, all the time. Nobody talks to me. Nobody stops you and says hello. Nobody's doing it. Nobody does that. So we're all just in these little bubbles. And what that does is it makes it really hard to communicate with people. Because you're now farther away. You're on two polar ends of the spectrum, and that's what they want, right? They don't want you being able to communicate with each other and have a normal conversation. It's all about power and control at this point. But so what you got to do is you got to actually learn to bridge that gap. You got to learn to bridge the gap. If you can't bridge the gap, you can't talk to anybody. If you can't talk to anybody and nobody can listen to you, you can talk to people, but if they don't listen to you, then you might as well just not be talking to them at all. That'd be a better scenario than you talking to them and them not listening to you. That's never good, okay? So, and the only sense that that's good in is that people can't actually just listen to anyone and everything, and that certain things do need to be ignored. But if you have a relevant point to that person that you're trying to make and you can't get across, that's a big freaking problem. So I would just really say that everybody needs to remember that we're all human and that we're all in this together. We're all on planet Earth, stuck here with one another. And back when I used to sell solar, I would tell people this. I'd be like, you know what? Here, let me explain something to you. If you go get in your garage, put the door down, turn your car on, what's going to happen? Oh, you're going to die, aren't you? Oh, yeah, that's crazy, huh? Yeah, that's what we're doing to the planet. That's what we're doing to the planet. I mean, we're just adding all this extra crap into that's the pitch anyway. Hey, look, I'm not trying to push it one way or another. I don't really care, but that's the pitch, all right? And it's true. It makes sense. I mean, the more crap you put into the air, the worse the air is. I don't think that's a logical leap to any degree. I think that's pretty common sense. I actually told it to one of my buddies. It's a really smart guy. He was just mind blowing. He was like, yo, that's the mark of a smart person, is being able to explain really complex things, like what does a solar system do in a way that's a very relevant thing to people that are actually letting you, pitch to them and understand what the hell you're saying. So that's what you want to be able to do in everything in life. It's really funny. This is actually a meme that goes around. There's a meme going around, in school you had to write 5,000, 10,000 word essays. And while I think that's fine, I think that's a good thing for understanding a lot material and really grasping it. That's so completely different than actually being able to communicate that same 5,000 words in 7 seconds to a human being, and what's relevant to it, and what is actually it's going to care about, what the human's going to care about. So I would just leave you guys with that, and I'll see you next time.